is found, okay? So it does not give you a starting point. That's probably the biggest, like I see a lot of blank questions and you don't want to leave this one blank, okay? You do not want to leave one of these blanks because they could mean like 4 to 5 marks or, you know, even up to 7 if there's a graph involved. If you leave one of these blanks, you're going to be in trouble, okay? So the first step, and I will show you, this is based on the wording. You have to read carefully. And I do make a disclaimer on the side. There are more examples, okay? These are just a few that you will encounter right off the bat, okay? So you want to draw out your scenario. Is it just talking about a rectangular enclosure that has 2 lengths and 2 widths? Area, notice how area is always length times width, no matter what's happening here. The area is always staying the same, the formula at least. However, the perimeter, and that's the one we're really interested in, changes. So the first scenario is like the most plain, nothing, no restrictions given to you, just fencing in a rectangular shape. The middle scenario is where you build an enclosure against something. So it could be against an existing building, or there could be a river flowing here and you can't fence, you wouldn't fence that side in, right? You could be splitting an enclosure into 2 pens or something, right? It could look like this. You could have more splits, right? You could split this up into 5, right? The question could be asking you, you're making a cage for different animals, right? And so you want to split it into 5 compartments. So there's many different scenarios. You could have something against a building, in which case this would not be necessary. Notice here, right? There is no L here because you're using the existing structure. You can save material by just fencing in the 3 sides that are around it. That's why in this case the perimeter is just length plus 2W. There's only one length. In this case, the fencing required would be used up here and here, so that's 2L, and there'd be 3 widths that you need to account for in order to make this enclosure, okay? So the examples vary greatly, so you just have to read it carefully, okay? So draw out your scenario. Step 2 and 3, I'm gonna make them appear there. Rewrite the equation of the perimeter so that it is isolated. What's that? What sports do I play? Mainly soccer. Yeah, mainly. Okay. Cereal. last little bit. And I know we're running out of time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use every minute that I've got. So what we're going to do is just write down the question that we're going to start with on Monday, okay, after this. That way we don't need to spend all the time writing it down, right, on Monday. We can jump right in. It's like the credits after a movie, it just slowly goes. Okay, because I'm not going to get to type 2, good for you, I'm guessing, eh? You don't mind that. There's a handout that is only, I just put it up for classwork to practice type 1 a few more times. The wording is interesting. You just have to, I think I have the answer key somewhere, so I'm going to post the answer key. Just 1, 2, 5, and 7, because the other ones you won't be able to do yet. So make note of that. Okay, it's under Google Classroom for today. I put it up there. It's very important that you become quite proficient and fluent, right, when it comes to these ones. All the issues with graphing and so this is the first question we're going to do on Monday. So again, group 2 is scheduled to come in on Monday. So I'm expecting you here